a incubation lab that gave composers, poets, and choreographers, moi, um, an opportunity to collaborate on a piece that was devised within a very short period of time. So this is one of the two pieces that came out of that work. Actually, there were four total, because we had a meeting with one round that was curated and another round that was random, and then we got to decide amongst ourselves if we wanted to continue working on one of the, I don't know, embryo pieces, or if we wanted to like find somebody else to have a baby with and bring it to full term.
And we ran through the grass like watermelon seeds, crawling in the narrow halls of our teeth. Yeah, it was summer then. A bandaged paradise, abandoned and abandoned back again. In my hood, you'd see picnics on cement, the children, and their wide lips flushed. I know the parts of our skin that ain't touched by the body's red liquid seems to make islands on flesh. And I know we wanted to run through it, the dead, ripe as jazz, on the fuzzed surface of a tongue. How can you not believe in cannibalism if you look like the food you love to bury in your mouth?
So after seeing the embryo stage, the poet who wrote this piece got in touch with me and wanted me to stage it. So I did, and honestly, it really wasn't my style of work, but I was able to pinpoint certain avenues within the work itself. I thought it was beautiful, but I just don't do like the whole Jesus stuff. So it was a little bit of a challenge for me, but I think what we did with the music and the staging was kind of brilliant. She really wanted to hone in on this idea that Martin Luther King hasn't been the savior that everyone wants to pin him as. And we were talking about issues with like not necessarily domestic abuse, but the sacrifice that black women make, to protect the world, which has come to light a lot more blatantly in the past couple of months. But this happened right before the pandemic, and we were talking a lot about like black women as saviors and having to stand in the shadows of men who have been penned in history in these copious amounts of volumes, and then like in reality it was they wouldn't have done shit if it wasn't for the women who was supporting them. So yeah, and then we wanted to like kind of play around with that myth that maybe he was abusive to her, but he was a Capricorn and she was a Taurus. So I mean, I don't doubt that there wasn't some heavy-handed passion, we'll call it, in the background. So I kind of took this idea of like her cleaning up his mess, her being crucified, and then like the oil press was like the biggest part of it, in like taking something out of the woman and using it for the greater good. And the sample is from an interview with Coretta Scott King, and I really wanted to play with the musician who likes to do a lot of sampling. I just kind of chose that as like the foundation for their developing and composing the music.